We'd be remiss to at least not address some of the coaching rumors that are coming out. Drew, one of the things that we said on this Tuomas Iisalo staff is we needed former players and we needed guys with some chops and some experience. And the two names that have come out that have been leaked, and names like this, if you're interviewing for jobs, typically don't get leaked unless there's some backing to it and some serious things going there. Our former head coach, most recently of the Milwaukee Bucks, one Adrian Griffin, was a player in the NBA from 1999 to 2008. Was the head coach with the Bucks before being replaced by Doc Rivers, and is currently out of a job, but was interviewed this week. The name before him was James Dudley, a former player in the NBA from 2007 to 2021.
Try again.
Just Jared Dudley. And I did that this morning when I was looking at it. I looked up James, and I'm like, that's not it. Jared. So you got Jared Dudley, former player, won an NBA title as a player in 2020. And Adrian Griffin was also on the 2019 NBA champion Raptors bench as a coach. But Dudley won the title in 2020. He's kind of known as like a relatable players kind of coach. He's a hard-nosed guy in the locker room who can set a tone. He's been kind of the front of the bench, almost like that players coach, kind of the lead assistant for Dallas since 2021 under Jason Kidd. I don't know about you, Drew, but both of these coaches check a lot of boxes for me in what would be a great assistant coach.
Absolutely. When I was talking about a head coach, I talked about a former player because the most important thing that the Grizzlies can add is a voice and somebody that's got the credo to tell Ja Morant, like, hey, this is important care, and for him to actually listen. And so I thought, in my Uncle Buck's stupid opinion, that probably comes from a former player better than somebody who's just a career coach that started in the film room, like Taylor Jenkins did,
Yep.
So that's kind of where I'm at. I love both. And I'll be honest with you, if he lands either of them, I'll be super impressed because I didn't think that he really had the name or the draw that could get anybody to even answer the phone. Like, who in the world is Tuomas Iisalo? I don't know. It sounds like spam. I'm going to hang up.
That's it. And so one of the things we said is, can he bring in NBA names? These are two big NBA names that have been interviewed. I don't know that they're leaked unless there's some serious credence here. Hopefully one of them turns into a bench coach for us. I'd love to get both of them, but one is better than none, and they both have chops that I think would be great on this staff. Maybe somebody that can get Ja Morant's ear and get in his head and help him to stay and play a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And if it's Adrian Griffin, hopefully he's better at being the good guy than being the head guy, because he was always loved, I think, when he was on Bud's staff. And then he was the last one of that Bud tree that was in Atlanta to get a head job. Taylor Jenkins was on that staff at Atlanta. And Adrian Griffin was the last one to get that job at Milwaukee, and it did not go well. And it sounded like there was probably some lessons that he learned the hard way when it comes to keeping your best player in your good graces.
Yep.
So hopefully he's found a way to balance that line between being a tough, accountable coach and also remaining just a little bit likable.
Yeah, exactly. So real quick to wrap up the shows, we both got to go due to technical difficulties. We'll move our college baseball segment to a Wednesday. The answer here is no, because we saw how well that worked with T.I., coaching. You had a coach, Taylor Jenkins, looking over his shoulder, coaching the entire time. I think we've put all of our chips in the Tuomas experiment. You've got to hang out there. I don't think you go get a guy that's, somebody that could be a head coach in waiting. I just feel like that handicaps your team.
Yeah, but I don't think either of those guys would necessarily be
correct.
The next be crowned the king in waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like Tuomas was. Tuomas, all the writing was on the wall because you went and you paid a huge buyout. You got him from Europe, all this other kind of stuff. Dudley and Griffin are both journeyman assistant coaches. Dudley is no doubt going to be a head coach one day, but I don't think that time's yet.
I don't think so.
And so I don't think Tuomas would look over his shoulder, although if Zach Kleiman did it for you, he can do it to you. So it's just like the whole some wives say, cheaters is always a cheater. There'll always be that. Like, if it can be done to you, it can be done for you, and so we'll see. But I hope that's not the case.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know that Zach Kleiman is making that next call. That's for sure. If this one doesn't work out, I don't know that he's making that call.
That's 100% true.